Good morning. So I left my home in central Pennsylvania yesterday afternoon and brought all of my troops, all three of my kids, car packed, filled to the gills, to go to my parents' overnight. I was set to teach at my friend's yoga studio the following morning in New Jersey, and it was just a bit closer being at my parents' house. So upon arrival home, I picked up my niece, whose mother had had an emergency appendectomy the night before, and my dad was at my house. My mom still wasn't home yet. She was settling my sister in at home after leaving the hospital. And I said to my niece, why don't we go to the park for a little bit to give my dad a break since he had been babysitting all day. So we headed up to the park, and I was immediately flooded with memories of being at that playground as a little girl. And it was actually pretty cool because some of the equipment was still the equipment that was there when I was a little girl. So I left my cell phone in the car and thought, you know what, I'm going to be completely present here with these kids. I'm going to absorb and soak in all of the information that I can glean from what I see, hear, smell from this memory, like a really positive memory. And P.S., it had nothing to do with food. It was just this memory. So I came back to the car to take some applesauce out that my daughter had spilled and clean it up. And there were 4 voicemails and 6 text messages from my mom within the span of 2 minutes. And so I immediately was confronted with the anxiety that she was experiencing and had to very much pause and get still to not allow that anxiety seep into my skin. So I called her back and left a message, and she didn't answer. So I was then immediately in this game of, well, is it a game? Is it a power struggle? What is it? So my oldest son, I said, we have to get ready to go. And he said, I don't want to go. And I said, well, you know, that thing with kids, sometimes you have to do what you have to do. And he goes, can't Mimi just be a little bit patient? We're having fun. And I thought, you know what? Yeah, right. Like, that's not an invalid request. It was a 10-minute request. So he actually got on the phone when I was on the phone with her. I didn't ask him to. He just did it on his own. He said, Mimi, can you just be a little bit patient? And she said, yes. It was really cool asking for what you want and then just getting it. So I had all of this anger and frustration at my mom around calling me and texting me and voicemailing me. And then I came back to their house and realized, in fact, it wasn't her, but it was my dad that was anxious. And she was deflecting his anxiety to her onto me. And I really saw that her struggle was real from working around his anxiety and his way of deflecting his frustration to only her, and saw that that leaves her with anxiety. So what I then came to was compassion, right? Like honest compassion for her that she was struggling with his anxiety. So we settled in and headed out for dinner, which was amazing, trigger-free, awesome, a full dinner full of conversation and memories and discussion, followed by a very, very restful, totally restful night's sleep. Woke up this morning and settled in the kids, headed off for my day to teach at this studio, and spent the morning meditating on my drive to New Jersey around the awesome, awesome, awesome strength that I have gained from working the steps of EDA, and the amazing, amazing support and connection that I have received from sponsees, sponsors, fellow General Service Board members. It's just been overwhelming. And so take a visit home, check out what's there, and bring your book with you. Check out a step or two and see what's there for you. Take care until next time. Bye.